there are serious problems when you look at the world as a whole. There is inflation. There are prices are going up everywhere. Prices of crude could go up further, which will in turn affect our own balance sheets. Do we have a view on that, or do we not have a view on that? I mean, that's something I felt we should have talked about, or we could have talked about. Second, and more important, is that we are still in a pandemic. I mean, we've escaped Omicron, or we seem to have escaped Omicron, like again many other parts of the world. But you don't know what the next mutant is going to be like. Yes, we are vaccinated, and we should commend ourselves that we've done a good job on vaccination so far. But on the other hand, if there is a new mutant which completely behaves differently of SARS-CoV-2, then we are in serious trouble. It is a fact that I don't know, depending on who you believe, almost 200 million jobs have disappeared. Many of those jobs may have disappeared because of the pandemic in itself. And we need to have a plan on how we would address this, or look at it if it happens again, or even if the problems of the past are continue to remain unsolved or unresolved. And that's something I didn't see at all. Linked to that is health. What is our health budget? Is it going up because of this? There is a very good national digital health ecosystem that we've talked about, which talks about linking up health records, which is a great thing. But I think what we need is also a considerable investment and push in physical infrastructure. Remember, again, as particularly for those of you who live in Delhi, the pandemic has exposed severe lacunae in our health infrastructure in across the country, and even in cities like Delhi. You had an oxygen crisis in 2021. You may have a completely different crisis in 2022. So what could that be, and are we prepared, is a question to pose. Finally, I think on public sector enterprises, I mean, you have to remember that yes, we have managed to privatize Air India, but there are almost 84 public sector enterprises that have reported losses of almost 45,000 crores as per the public enterprise survey of 2019-20. Now, we are, as my friend Shankar Iyer has computed, losing almost 5 crores every year by these public sector enterprises. So philosophically, to think about public sector driving growth, I'm not saying we've said that explicitly, but driving growth is something that I'm not very comfortable with, unless you said public sector is only for very, very sensitive areas and so on. And I think that's where it should be. Second is that again, a thinking. We should be opening up the economy. We are still raising barriers. We've added a 7.5% tariff on some capex imports. Now, that may be very small, but I think what I would have expected is that having raised so many tariffs, we should be now talking about lowering them, making our economy more competitive. We seem to have gone in the other direction. There could be reasons for that, but I feel that the Atmanirbhar is good. But I feel that somehow it inevitably only leads to more protection rather than making industry more competitive. So I'll pause there.
I think